Okay, I think it's going live. I think it's gone live. If you're here, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to do some drawing of cartoons. I haven't done it in a little while because I've been having a crazy move. Oh, I got some feedback. Let me turn that off real quick. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel. There's a bunch of cartoons on here. People can recommend cartoons. Feel free to recommend cartoons, your favorite. We got some highlights. We have Arnold from Hey Arnold, Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. I think last time I drew Brain. I have classics. We have Porky Pig. There's some video game characters. I got Mario in here. Courage the Cowardly Dog. So the idea is I do not have a visual imagination at all. And because of that, it's really hard for me to remember these cartoon characters. I can draw them all relatively well from references. I can draw lots of things well from references. I illustrate constantly. But cartoon characters, anything like that, without a reference is, I make some crazy assumptions or mistakes because I cannot think of who they are, what they are. So let me see. So we are going to spin this wheel and see what happens. Uh, hmm. I don't know who I want. Sometimes I like, you know who would be fun? Cynthia, the doll from Rugrats. I almost said the Muppet Babies. Here we go. Wheel spinny, spin me some wheel. Oh no. Okay, so this is a suggestion. It's Beerus, uh, who I believe is from Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, like just God of Destruction or something, like the one that's coming out right now. So I am going to do a sketch of who I think this is, and here's hoping. Okay. So I think he is a god of destruction, actually. I think like he's sort of what he's a main character. My nephew reads this, and I have picked up a few issues here and there. So first I'm going to do a sketch, and then I'm going to uh, solidify it. I find if I do a sketch first, I can make some changes, I can make some guesses, see how it looks. So I think I remember he has these big ears. If I remember, Dragon Ball Z characters have big eyes. Yeah, right? Imagine Krillin. I think Krillin has big eyes. I don't know. Why is my eraser so sad? There we go. Unsad eraser. Oh, I just realized. Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna do this face, but I'm just gonna move the nose something like that. I think he has a snout. There's a fruit fly. I think he's grumpier than this. I don't know what would make somebody look more like grumpy and I mean maybe eyebrows. And then I don't know, just regular Dragon Ball Z body. I'm not really great at drawing the cartoon muscular body, so I'm just gonna kind of do, I don't know, like a gi or something. You know, we'll just kind of fake that. I'm never gonna, I'd be here for so long if I tried to do like a really nice, like muscular, whatever creature this is. All right, Let's do let's do the face. I think we're going to focus on the face for this guy. Let's get some ink down. What would be ink on a regular piece of paper, but here is just a different type of digital pen. So I think it's interesting too, because I'm not, at least on a lot of them, I know exactly who they are, even if I can't imagine who they are. But with this guy, I don't even know if I'm right. This might be the wrong character entirely. I don't, I remember thinking a lot about his nose when I saw the character, but I don't remember what I was thinking about. So I guess he's not quite looking straight. He's sort of looking in like this direction. Ooh, yeah, that's fine. Delete all that. So his nose will be sort of in that direction too. Okay. I, yeah, I can't remember like skin folds. I'm trying to remember like in other manga and anime what makes me like really look at the art of a character when they're old and they have like lots of skin folds. I think that can look really uh, beautiful, I guess, and like really skillfully done. That's too friendly. That's so goofy looking. All right, let's. Oh, come on. All right, my drawing is frozen for a second. There we go. There we go. I might have to check if something's actually going wrong. What is happening here? Every once in a while, it freezes for a second. Oh, okay. I was doing a whole bunch of catch up. So there's like another kind of eye. Let's just do. I have a frog in my throat. He looks more. I don't know what he's supposed to look like, so I shouldn't say he looks more like X than Beerus. Ah, he looks like a donkey a little bit. I wonder if he's supposed to be donkey-esque, Don Quixote. All right, or if I'm just that's just where I've like gravitated towards. Okay, I I am not confident about this, but I have no other guesses or inclinations. I think this guy that we've drawn right here looks a little goofy, but hey, Stephanie Weissman, welcome, welcome. I gotta, I gotta try. That's the name of the game. So hopefully I'll get a better, or not a better, I'll get a character that I feel more confident in drawing. This is Beerus from Dragon Ball Z. I think it's from Dragon Ball Z. We're gonna look him up after this, and it's gonna be like just something I've never heard of or something like that. I'm just gonna throw down a coat of blue. I think he's blue or purple. I did read the manga and at least a few issues, so in my memory, it was the manga's black and white, but I'm sure they have issued uh, ones with color. I I feel like he's blue and purple or blue and purple. All right, we'll get a little bit of detail in the color. Let's get a little shadow here. We'll come in and we'll fix the eyes in a second. Shadow here, make it a little 3D. Get some shadow inside the ears. Just using the same color, laying it on more thickly. to get some shadow. Shadow back here and back here. I remember him having like some sort of jewelry, but my memory, as we've discussed, is terrible in this situation. So I da 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 da. I'm gonna do like a paler yellowy color and just kind of come in with in the front of the nose here. And I'm gonna erase this bottom chin. Okay, this is gonna be bad, but let's look up Beerus and see how far away I am. All right, here goes. New tab. Oh, I've been saying Beerus, but I think it's Beerus. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, not absolutely terrible. Here is Beerus. I'm trying to get one of his head. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Copy image. And oh my. So I'm surprised. I think I did better than I thought. So let's do some quick uh, fixes. I think I can do some quick fixes. His snout, more like a cat. He's a big cat. He is not some sort of donkey as I had assumed, or as I drew him. So let's see, more like, and then his mouth, he's just like that. His eyes are similar to this. We'll make them yellow in a second, but that would be one difference. His ears are okay. They more come straight up, but I'm not going to get in there and fix that. These are not terrible. He does have jewelry. I was remembering that correctly. He has an ear cuff. That's cool. All right, let's do a new one. It was not terrible, wasn't great. Hard one to start with, but the hell? Okay, time to spin the wheel. Goodbye, Beerus. Okay, let me take a sip. Wish me luck. I want one that I actually know. Hopefully more cartoony so I can give the whole body a go. Or I bet you anyone I'm more familiar with, I would give the body a go with. All right. Okay, Pinky. All right. Say goodbye to Beerus and say hello to Pinky. Okay, I'm gonna group these guys together, hide them. Okay, so let me get my sketching pen out. My sketching pencil. All right. Beerus. No, Pinky. I'm drawing Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. There we go. So, Pinky, 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 Pinky. Twist this a little. So I think his ears are a little bit elongated. I know Brain's ears are very round. Brain I did last week, and I remember thinking like his head and then his ears are like just everything about him was very round. And so my guess is in contrast to that, Pinky's ears are going to be a little bit elongated. And for some reason, like, and maybe it's because of Pinky, I think of elongated ears as like a little bit goofy or a little bit dumb. Um, and, Pinky was a little bit goofy, a little bit dumb. He was very often wise. He had a lot of wisdom. He was very content in his life. He was doing things because his friend wanted to, even when he could see a problem in the situation and he like knew this was going to fail, he would just still go along with it because that's what his friend Brain wanted to do, and he felt, you know, he was nice to Brain. I'm trying to get. Okay, so this ear looks dumb, so let's just redo that ear. This will be his head. We'll put an eye here. I have no idea what his eyes look like. I don't remember what Brain's eyes looked like either. And then this part of the ear, something like that. Maybe this ear is too far forward? Where? If we go like that. Okay, so I think that ear was too far forward. There, that looks. I'm just ending up drawing. I'm not doing a very good cartoon. I'm just kind of drawing a mouse. So we'll make the nose bigger. We'll make the eyes bigger. Let's try to cartoonify this out. Hmm. I'm struggling with the snout. Struggled with the snout on the last guy too. It's funny, usually I'm drawing animals all the time, so snouts and stuff are something I draw pretty regularly. It's all right. His body is very much like this. I think he has like a little bit of a hip, a little bit of a shoulder. His arms are very long. And this is again, uh, I'm drawing cartoons. This is Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. I'm trying to draw them from memory, but I do not have a visual imagination, so it makes it a little hard. This is the sketch phase. I'm just trying to like get the broad strokes down. Hello, Glitch. Good name, good name. And then once I get the broad strokes down, I will go in and do a little bit more precise work. I hate this face. And also this cartoon character. It looks terrible. Okay. So his head, I think it has to be simpler than what I was doing. I think that's the main thing. Oh, I don't know Circus Digital. Okay. Is that a cartoon? If it's a cartoon, I'll put it in the list. I'll have to watch an episode or look up a character before I stream again, so I'll be able to draw him, draw them. Okay, this is halfway decent. I'm not feeling bad about this. Let's get some actual pen down and see what we can do. All right, so if you look up Pinky and the Brain, you'll see who I'm trying to draw if you don't remember them. Okay, so he is the dumb mouse of a goofball brainiac team. He says Narf, I think. I know he says Narf. He says Narf. Okay. That eye right there looks a little wonky. Okay. Oh. So have no visual brain at all. Inside my brain, it's not even dark. There's just no images. And so it's fun. Every time I want to see something, I can't imagine it. I have to put it on paper. And what that means for memory is I don't remember visual stuff very well. Um, but there's benefits. People with aphantasia is what it's called, have good spatial reasoning. A lot of them have a lot of creativity, which might seem counterintuitive, but I think makes a lot of sense. I don't remember Pinky's legs. I bet you they're like in cartoons. There's something called pipe. Is it pipe? Pipelet? Pipe? Um, what's it called? Limbs. Like if you look at Mickey Mouse, he has just tubes for arms. Oh yeah, I bet you his feet are just like if a kid was wearing mouse foot pajama shoes. That's what his feet are. Okay, this is not, I don't hate it. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. We'll redo these eyes. We'll make this more of a snout instead of whatever that is. Bring this down a little. Nope, the eyes have to be big because he's still a cartoon. Let's make the eyes really round. Let's make the mouth like, yeah, like really open. Not there, just like that. I like scribbled in here just to hold space. It looks so weird. Okay. I'm gonna unscribble. There we go. Narf. All right. He's usually white, so all we're gonna do is add some pink and let the background be the white. Yeah. I bet you his nose is pink. I bet you the insides of his ears is pink. Maybe it's like that. I bet you his hands, his tail, and his feet. I'm going to come in and clean this up. All right. And I'm going to, as I've laid down this pink, it doesn't feel right, so I'm going to go through and not redo it, but just change the color of it. I'm terrible at drawing hands, and like everybody is to an extent. I'm working on it. I got my hand drawing practice going. But I don't know. I could do these again. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna, not that color. I'm just gonna adjust this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe a little bit more yellow. I think that's right, a little bit. Yep. All right, let's see what Pinky looks like. This is my best guess. Let's see. We got this guy. All right, Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. Okay, okay. Here, this one's pretty good. Bring that in to Photoshop or whatever I just did. Okay. Here we go. That's Pinky. This is what I've drawn. Here they are next to each other. Not terrible. So much, much more cartoony. I got like the long part pretty good, but and the fact that his ears were, but I did not imagine how big they are. Like real saucers. Uh, and then yeah, like I went too realistic. I thought his eyes would be big, but they are huge. They are very, very much a cartoon eye, like classic, or not necessarily classic, but this like a cartoon character's cartoon character of an eye. Giant nose. I don't know what. I knew he had a nose, but yeah, of course. Like the big honker sticking off the side. And then lovely, lovely mouth. This is like a Bugs Bunny has these like whole outlines of the cheeks. A lot of cartoon characters have them. Um, it's always good. And, oh, now he's looking a little like, yeah. And then the doofy teeth. Like they really went hard on how doofy this character is, which is fine. That's the whole point of the character. So it's not just a slight readjustment. Brings me right in the line. Dang. And then the big thing with the body that I got is Kozakura is his legs. His legs exist. Oh, thank you so much. And I should have done. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing cartoon characters from memory. I do not have a visual memory. Yeah, he has like much shorter legs, so it's a bit of a cleanup, but I'm trying my best. I do illustrate animals and stuff pretty regularly that I do well, I think, but without a reference and drawing a cartoon from memory with my terrible visual imagination, um, it's called aphantasia. It makes it very hard, but it's fun, and often I come up with something that I like even better, or I like very much. So we're going to spin the wheel. The wheel will determine what I draw next from my no visual, no mind's eye brain. Here we go. I got a lemon lime seltzer. Oh, this is great. Okay, this is Chucky the cartoon character from Rugrats, not Chucky, who also has red hair from Child's Play, the horror movie. This is I'm very excited. One of my favorite ones that I've done of this was Tommy Pickles. Uh, so this will be fun. This will be fun. So we're gonna get the sketch layer down. Let's just do it straight. We'll have him looking right at us. I think that'll make it a lot easier. Less visually interesting, maybe. Well, okay, this is a sketch layer. I'm just kind of tooling around. I'm trying to remember. So Tommy Pickles, right, has the baby legs, like the weird feet, baby feet, and a diaper. But I don't think Chucky has a diaper. I know Phil and Lil have like onesies, like kind of like skirty onesies. Okay, I'm gonna try. Not the one from, yeah, yeah, that would be cool. I agree. That'll be a different a different stream where I don't draw cartoons, but I draw like just characters from film. Okay, I'm just making that a little bit more pencily. All right, so the big thing about Chucky, I think, is his messy red hair. So I think that'll look something like this. I don't remember what his hairline is, but let's make it really simple. No widow's peak or anything. Switch to a pencil eraser. Here we go. A pencil eraser. It doesn't erase perfectly. It helps me think because more I usually draw on paper and pencil, so I try to mimic that with this. Okay, so I don't think Rugrats are too cartoony in their eyes. Oh my gosh, I I was in danger of not remembering this at all, but I did remember. I think it's been a plot point more than once. Chucky wears glasses. Yeah, big belly. That's great. I think this, like, I often think they look like the person, and then I'm totally wrong, but I think this looks like Chucky. He's always worried, so I'm gonna draw him a little worried. Okay. So then I don't know, but we've discussed Tommy just wears a shirt, like Daffy Duck style. Phil and Lil wear those, I think, just sort of dressish, um, unisex onesie type, easy to change the diaper of ones. So then, like another classic baby outfit is overalls. So I wonder if Chucky wears overalls. His parents. Would his parents have him wear overalls? It's just his dad. It's just his dad, right? So maybe I've decided that's what I'm going for because I have no better guesses. Okay, overalls, big buttons. I bet you he has a giant pocket. I'll just kind of do that underneath. I think overalls were really popular for like little kids, and maybe they still are. I'm not really. All my nieces and nephews are older. All my. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I don't know why I'm having trouble with his arms. There we go. So the overalls come down, and there's no arms on overalls. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. And something. I don't know if they're shorts, but let's do shorts. There's his arm. Here's his other arm. That's a little wonky. Let's just kind of let's do leg. Here's his leg, and I feel like he has some sort of like boot almost. I don't know. I feel like Chucky is like pretty masculine. Like if you just looked at the character design, masculine for a little kid, and like because of his single dad. But then like he's also really worried because his dad is so worried about everything. Probably because, in part, because he's a single dad. But I'm trying to think like what in the early 2000s would a single dad be dressing their kid in a cartoon show? Like, gosh, I'm gonna look it up, and he's not even gonna be a single dad. He's gonna have a mom that I just totally forgot. Okay. Like work boots. I'm liking this. Okay, I'll have his sleeve, this sleeve. And I don't know what his arms are doing. Um, yeah, I do remember details of the family, but I don't remember. Like I can't visualize things. It's so weird. I have a very good memory. I'm good to have on your trivia team. I'm gonna have him being like, "Oh no, I don't want to get involved in that. No, thank you," with his hands. I don't think that's such a good idea, Tommy. And then this hand, because I don't want to do another one, is just gonna be. We'll just have the arm kind of like, well, I don't know where that elbow came from. There we go. There we go. We'll just have it like kind of in a loose fist, so I don't have to draw it. He's frustrated. He can be holding, sometimes I just make them holding something. So he can be holding like a, a shovel, a kid's shovel. So there we go. He's like, I don't want to give you my shovel, Tommy. Okay, I'm pretty confident this is right. Oh, I don't know. I thought that was I thought that was the other one. Well, we can give it. Let's do it. I I'm down. Yeah, and I bet you it's okay. We're gonna do some inking. What would be inking if this was physical art? And here is just me making some real decisions and adding the lines in. Okay, so we're gonna do ears in this big. Oh, cool, cool, cool. That's really good. You're playing along. That's really fun. Okay, so we're gonna do these like cartoony, just sort of, just very basic ears. I think that's right. I'm not gonna go like super. Um, this is still relatively loose, so I'm not gonna try to make it very clean. Uh, 'Cause I think that would take a little bit of the charm out of it, and because I'd get really particular, and I'd really have to. I can be very no, I wouldn't say a perfectionist, but sort of. So it's better for me to just kind of live on the edge, be a little sloppy on purpose, or not on purpose, but yeah, yeah, we're gonna get in with the color, um, for sure. I'll do another layer for the color. I bet you he has big eyebrows. Let's just kind of draw those in. I don't know what his nose is, but I wanted to give him something to hold up his glasses, so I put those there. Okay. Eh, I'll come in and okay, let's take the sketch layer and just kind of bring it down a little. Make it easier to see what we're actually accomplishing. We made his mouth, whoop, wrong layer. Yeah, neurotic for, yeah, and we made his mouth a little worried. I think that's the right choice. Oh yeah, and we'll do his hairline is very straight. I wanted to do that just because he has so much hair. And then, yeah, I don't know if they had a particular like rule set or whatever when they were doing his hair, but I think we can afford to be a little all over the place. I don't think we'll lose any points for, yeah, neurotic is, he was a very neurotic kid. It's it's crazy because there must be, I think I might have been a kid like this. I have OCD. Uh, Sometimes it felt like I was a neurotic. Okay, we're going to, when I did that hairline, I thought it was a little too low, so we brought it back. Yeah. Okay, connect those glasses. I'm liking this more and more. I really think I have a fighting chance that this will actually look like Chucky. Okay. Man, I used to really get into the details of clothes. For a little while, I thought I would try to be a fashion illustrator. It's fun, but it's better if you also like sew and stuff, I think. I don't know. If someone, I think I would do it. I think that would be still be a fun job. I always think about this job doesn't really exist anymore, but it was really hard to print photographs in the early 1900s, even like up into the 40s and 50s. Like just printing methods were pretty cruddy. And so a lot of advertising and stuff would have illustrations. And so if you look at old magazines, the reason I know this is because I study old magazines for, I do research for fun and for making shorts and stuff. Sometimes I make shorts about strange things I've researched. So it's fun to do the research anyway. And so Andy Warhol got his start illustrating shoes for ads about those shoes. And I know this because there's a story where his mom had saved all of the shoe illustrations he had done. And this is way before he was famous, was like giving them to people as tips and stuff and saying, oh, this is my son's. You should keep it because he's going to be famous. He's going to be famous. And, she wasn't wrong. Okay, what am I doing? I'm going to twist this so I can get this line in. Okay, I bet you, so the famous brand of, what are these called? Overalls, coveralls, was Oshkosh Bagosh, or I don't know if it's all that, but people used to say Oshkosh Bagosh. Whoops. And they had like a big tag on the front. Yeah, there we go. A big tag. What is happening? There we go. And so let's put a big tag on the front. And we'll just make it say, oh, what's Chucky's last name? I think Chucky something something. Okay. His little shorts. Who says like, I don't think we should do this? I don't know. There's like a cartoon or something where one of the cartoon characters tells the other cartoon character, it might just be Pinky and the Brain, and he's like, I don't think we should do this, Pasta. And then they do it, and then it always ends in disaster. And like the sidekick character is like, I didn't think we should do it. I guess that's a that's like a recipe for all sorts of cartoons. It might be like Two Stupid Dogs or something like that. Okay, his little boots. I don't think he has like wears Tim's, but because I can't think of what else they might be colored, maybe blue, maybe dark blue. All right. All right, we're gonna do some coloring now. I am pretty excited. I think this looks maybe like a slightly older Chucky, but like a Chucky. All right, let's get some color down. I'm gonna start with the shirt because I have like some idea of what I want his shirt to be. I'm gonna grab a different brush for coloring. I've been doing like a colored pencil type um, uh, coloring. I make all these brushes myself. Yeah, yeah. We'll get that in the coloring for sure. It would be crazy to have a redhead with no freckles, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I'm going to, because I want this shirt to be freaking red, because I want this shirt to be, I'm going to color straight through the um, the other parts of it. What happened? There we go. Okay, I'm frozen. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, there you go. Unfrozen, unfrozen. Okay, here we go. I think I look a little. My father's a redhead. I do look redhead. My beard is certainly red, so that is true. Oh man, I'm frozen again. This is so weird. Hmm. I use this opportunity to drink a little water. It's hot today. Drink water. I've only been live streaming and doing this drawing stuff for a few months, and I really enjoy it. I was a little nervous when I started that I wouldn't enjoy it, but I really wanted to enjoy it. Um, it's been very fun. The the number one thing that gets me is the voice. It's hard to talk for so long. But okay, so I think that's good for the top of the shirt. I don't like it for the arms. I think the arms have to be their own stripes. Okay, and I'm just going right through the stuff that's on top of it. Come back and erase that in a little bit. Oh, hi, Talita. I'm Christopher. I'm in the United States, outside of New York City, but far outside. It's pretty rural where I am, very country. All right, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, gotta get in here and get his fingers, save his little fingers. Nice to meet you. I'm glad whenever people stop by. I'm super glad when people chat. Oh, I need a sip of water again. What's going on? Clear my throat. All right. That's very good. We'll do some. I was just kind of imagining jean color for his overalls. Yeah, let's do it. Let's try this color. A little bit lighter. Nope, too light. All right, that's fine. Somewhere in here. Let's make this its own layer so we can overcolor and erase if we have to. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that. But I don't really have another color option either. Frozen again. This is funny. I wonder if I have stuff open. I do have a little bit open. I can close some stuff. Yeah. All right, let's darken it up. Yeah, I think this is a good color for the overalls. I don't know, RS, or Key Z. It's not. Oh, okay. Rough. Well, choice has been made. I gotta commit to the bit. It's all right. This is probably the hardest for me is colorways. I'm not very good at any of it because of my aphantasia, but I'm very bad at color. At least I can color the shovel however I want because it didn't exist. I made it up. So actually, welcome Retro Blends to Barber. I was just talking about that earlier. When I got Chucky, this is Chucky from Rugrats, right? So when I got Chucky, I was saying like, oh, it's the Chucky, the cartoon character, but not Chucky from Child's Play. And then I was like, maybe I should do a stream where I color characters. Um, I would be worse at it, but it still might be very fun. They would be caricatures probably of the characters. But yeah, I think that could be really fun. I should do it. It'll take me a little while to put together a list of them. Yeah, and I could even do like just 90s characters or just I wonder if you could do just Little Brothers. I wonder if that's possible. Are there enough Little Brothers in television to do a whole just Little Brothers live stream? I'm thinking you definitely have like, oh, you'd have to do just little siblings, I think. So you have like Boy Meets World, their little sibling. Actually, even the main character, he's also a little sibling. So you could do that. You have whoa, there we go. You have hmm, I bet you his glasses are green. You have I was just thinking of one. Does Urkel Family Matters? There must be a little sibling in there. Because the family has their family. Full House, practically all of them are little siblings of somebody. I guess not. Is DJ the oldest? Not DJ. And then would Uncle Jesse be one? Because is he Bob Saget's little brother? I'm so curious. Oh my God, yeah, Home Improvement. You get two right there. Yeah, but when you say Home Improvement, that makes me really think it should just be characters. Because if you do characters, you get to do like Wilson, you get to do like Mr. Feeney. Uh, Wilson would be such a fun one. Yeah, I'm gonna seriously consider that. I think it might be great. Yeah, so I was thinking red, but then they're right up against his hair. Yeah, yeah, Boy Meets World. And I was thinking like if you just do the characters from Boy Meets World, then you have like Finkus, you have or is Minkus rather, I think Finkus is actually from Girl Meets World. You have like the janitor wears a leather jacket. You have like the teacher who adopts Sean. That could be really fun. Like like a lot of like long feathered hair. Yeah, so I was thinking red, but then because it's right up against where his hair is, and Why is this not drawing? Oh, I had the eraser. I had the eraser on. I think they wouldn't do red because it's like right up against his red hair, right? So I might be wrong. Obviously, that's the whole point of this endeavor, but I'm going to go with it. I'm trying to think what kind of pen I want to use here. I think I'm just going to use like a regular pen so I can have it get, um, see, you can make it go really small or really thick, but then I'm going to do like not quite all the way in strength so I can get some layered colors. Although I imagine his hair is probably just like a single color orange. I don't think it has a lot of, that would be much easier to illustrate. So maybe I'll just do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is actually undo this. Ah, frozen. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take this orange and I'm going to go back. The only reason I had to undo that is if I had opacity and stuff down. And if you do that, then it's really hard you have to do it all at once unless you are very careful. And I don't want to be very careful with his hair. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a complementary color, right? Well, not quite, but it makes a strong contrast. Is it the complementary? Orange and blue. No, it's not the complement. Blue would be the complementary color. Um, the complementary of green is red. So in theory, I should have done blue, but it was more about it being contrasting. Okay, let's do the big part. Hmm. Yeah, I was gonna do something else purple. Probably his jeans. Come on. No, purple's yellow. You can see if I inverse it, you get this is blue. Sometimes I'll do that, right? I'll just grab some purple. Here, I'll do it right now. We grab a little purple, and we just kind of lay it down. And then if you inverse it, which is just Control I, you get the complementary color. Hey, am I misremembering? Uh, yeah, I must be. My mistake. So sorry. I'm really glad we checked. Oh my gosh. I feel like a dork. Thank you for calling me out. That's really good. Gotta learn. So it's. I wonder. There was a company. Well, that's fine. So I have a mnemonic that must just be wrong, but usually when I grab a complementary color, I am not relying on my memory. I am doing what I just did here and inversing it and grabbing it from there. Okay, I guess we got to get some skin tone. And I said I was going to do his boots as something else, but I'm just going to do Tim's. I think that is like Tim's color. Let's see. It's kind of this. Well, we'll do this and then we'll adjust it after if it doesn't look right. It does not look right, but it's close. It's close enough that the adjustment will work. Yeah, yeah, definitely a lighter brown than what I've got here. Okay, but we'll just, whoops, we'll do this. I have the adjustment. You guys can't see it, I don't think. No, but I can lighten it, make it a little more yellow. I think I think we're close with that. Let's do that and a little bit lighter. I'd say somewhere in there. And then we'll do the heels, I mean the soles, we'll darken those up. We'll darken the inside. Chucky has little Tims. No socks, love it. Okay, and now we're just gonna do skin tone. This is another one I always have to adjust towards. That's not bad. Oh, and then in the skin tone we'll do we'll throw the freckles down. Okay, that's just his hair. We can't do that. Yeah, we'll go with this pink. Here, I'll do a little adjusting right now because it'll look weird. Something in there. Something there. Okay. Let's do. I have to be careful. I hear you can get your uh, they won't promote you if you're singing too much, or like you can get it taken down. Oh, I forgot to do his eyebrows when I did his hair. That's fine. We'll grab that after. Yeah, this is way too red. Once it gets big, it's so easy to see. But when I first do it, I'm always that I always have to adjust skin tone. I did recoloring, not recoloring. I did colorizing. It's called, where you um, add color to old black and white images, and you know it's exacting. It's really good if you have whoops, if you have references, you have somebody that was there who can tell you what things looked like, or you have what's it called? You have the items now and you can tell, or somebody wrote about them, so you can see what they were like. But always, it was so hard to do skin tone. It's so interesting because like somebody's nose will look so much different than, oh yeah, I want to do the eyebrows, even than like their own ear or something like that. And it's just something. There's a lot of blues and yellows in skin, in Caucasian skin. Um, well, there's blues and yellows in lots of skin tones, but and I find all the skin tone colorizing to be difficult. Yeah, I'm totally with you. I was thinking the same thing. I was gonna darken up the hair. I was thinking I would do this just to see. Yeah, I think right there. Yeah, I was just thinking that for sure. So what I did there was I just doubled the hair layer. Okay, let me fix this skin tone, although I don't think this is terrible. I think I think that's pretty good. Oh yeah, because because red-headed people are usually very pale. I say usually, or often very pale, especially in pop culture. I have to remember this isn't a real kid. Nice. Okay, let's get some freckles, and then at the same time we can do the mouth. Let's get some really dark, dark, dark red for the mouth. I wonder if he has teeth. I mean, it's a weird thing to say. I wonder if you can see his teeth. Let's put some in. Let's give him 2. Is this not white, or am I doing something wrong here? Oh, that's their skin underneath. Um, we'll do it in a new layer. Yeah, I think nothing in the inside of the eyes. Do a little bit of buck teeth. Yeah, oh my gosh. That looks so much like him. You know, I think. This is so much what I think he looks like. Okay. Yeah, so it is possible we could do something like just like that. But for most cartoon characters, I feel like they just are like the Simpsons, big white with little black dots. I say most cartoon characters. Oh, I was going to say God bless you. Uh, yeah, so I think it's possible. Well, this eye now looks funny now that we're talking about it. Let's come back to this is everything? Yeah. We can we'll do that, and then we'll come in with the eraser, and we'll just pull like a highlight. Oh, it's very light eraser. I want strong eraser. And we'll just pull a little highlight out of it. Boop, boop. And that'll make him look really like a person. Could you imagine giving children candy? Okay, now we're going to do, I think his skin still needs to be yellow. Well, I think it's okay. We'll do some freckles. I think we'll grab an orange. Let's grab his hair and then make that. What is happening? I'm on brush. Hmm. Oh, pff, I was so confused, but it's just my picker, my color picker is not on the right layer. Here we go, here we go. Brush, color picker, there we go. We got the orange, and now we'll darken that up. Okay, okay. Oh, thank you, Sapley. Yeah, we're gonna do, I forgot to darken it. We will get some nice, I'm just gonna add black, literally. Okay. I feel like in cartoons, um, boys and girls both have freckles on their cheeks, but girls also have freckles on their nose. I don't know how realistic that is, but it's just something that okay, this is it. Let us get the real Chucky for the unveil. I haven't played pool in a very long time, but I used to live down the street from a billiard, and I really enjoyed going. I had a birthday party, like a young birthday party there. It was a pool party, and then it was like we played we played like eight ball. Whoa, he does not have overalls. That is okay. He does have freckles, purple glasses. You were right. I was somewhere else. I'm trying to find one that's actually from the show. Finster is his name. Okay, this one looks like it's from the show. Save image. I don't care. Just let me drop it in the file. Okay, is this bring it back to Photoshop? Yep, here we are. Oh man, this doesn't happen. I think I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good. I did not remember. I gave him overalls. Yeah, I almost prefer mine also. I almost said that before. Um, I think like the nose is spot on, the ears are spot on, the glasses are very good. The two front teeth, I think that's great. I think like the length of the sleeves is right, the length of the shorts is right. The shoes, I have like right idea, but wrong style of shoes. But man, those shorts are crazy. I wouldn't have thought those. If I'd done purple glasses, if I was thinking about that. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. It could be in some overalls. Yeah, it's thick pants because he's wearing a diaper. He's a kid. I should have thought of that. And I made him too tall. I said that earlier that I had done him slightly older. No eyebrows. I'm really surprised about that. All right. What are we looking at? I think we'll do one more. So let's get back to spinning the wheel. Let me put away Chucky. Save him for, I don't know, I just save all these files. I don't know what I would ever do with them. Sometimes I put them in the thumbnail for the next one, but okie dokie. Yeah, I wonder, I think it's partially I was remembering the other Chucky, and partially like I think he probably does wear one of them wears. Did you name a flamingo? I I the flamingo, I had drawn the flamingo, and then I was looking through my files and I was like, why does this flamingo have a name? Because I thought I had drawn him when I wasn't naming them. And I was like, what name is this? Where did it come from? And somebody reminded me that the chat named it. And I was so confused. All right. Man, Chucky was so good. Let's hope I get another good one. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Oh, Mario. Me neither. Me neither. I can check. I can check. Ah, I am not. I am not very happy about this because this is so nostalgic. and like I feel like everybody's gonna know what Mario looks like but me. Because so if you're just popping in, I have no visual imagination. I had nothing up here at all. No, just no images or anything like that. And so I am, what is happening? I am drawing things from my memory. Yeah, that's the whole bit. So right now I'm going to do Mario from Super Mario Brothers. This is a little bit okay because there's so many different versions, and so I just kind of have to get Mario down. And I have played tons and tons of yeah, Mario jumping. Yeah, so it's uh, it's relatively common, but yeah, is an actual thing. It's called aphantasia. Um, I forget the actual statistics, but it's really easy to tell. Well, I don't know. I thought it was really easy to tell because I guess it's sort of a spectrum. I fall all the way on one end of the spectrum where like I don't know what anybody looks like in my head. Um, or anything. It also usually uh, there's a comorbidity with face blindness. So like I have been 2 feet from my mom or 2 feet from my father, or like there was somebody I dated for years, and they like cut their hair or they change a tiny bit. Well, the girl I dated, she had just like put a blonde streak in her hair. My dad didn't change his appearance at all. And my mom had just gotten a haircut, and I just didn't recognize them. Yeah, yeah. It's a good, I was thinking that before, that could be a good name. All right, so we have Mario. I am deep into the weeds trying to see if I can figure out what this my brain is lost. What this flamingo is called. Fenton deer. Egret, not there. Well, I don't see it right here, but it still has that name. I made a bunch of prints, and on the back of every print, it has his name. Oh, nice to meet you. What is it, Tatiana? That's wrong. Um, Gosh, it's hard when you see somebody's like name in the chat, and it's different. Oh, Talita, Talita. Okay, let's do Mario. I am a little excited, a little nervous. I think it's going to be bad. Bye. Thank you so much for coming in. But Taula. Okay. I don't think we'll do like pixel art Mario. Should we? That could be fun. His arms like his head, his hat, his face, his like big nose, his little mustache. That's a mustache if you can't tell. I've not done this. This is all just straight lines. Like ear, his eye. Yeah, yeah. There's an ad for Movie Mario. I think it's for Movie Mario, and the the tweet of the ad, it's released in like really hmm, really high def, and you can see he has a gray hair. Okay, let's get the sketching tools out. Gotta try, gotta try. Okay, Mario, Mario, Mario. So I think big round head. We'll have him. We'll have him. We'll make it a little harder. We'll have him looking profile. This will be fun because we can get like. We'll have just a big regular ear like Chucky's ears. We'll do. He has a. He always has a big nose, or at least in my memory, he does. I guess that's the whole point. I don't have to keep saying that. Like some sort of mustache. It's a me, a Mario. And some like old man eyebrows, like really really thick, because he's from like the 80s. He's been plumbing since the Cold War. I got the hat. We'll have the M. We'll have the brim. I don't want the brim to get too much in the way of the face. Just kind of move it down there. Whoops. Does it? Yeah, you're probably right. We'll curl it up a little. Oh, I forgot to use my pencil eraser. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah. You know what? We'll do the mustache. We'll have the nose sort of like that. And then he's like, it's a me. And he has this big Charles Matt. I don't know how to say his last name. Charles, uh, the guy who voiced Mario for a really long time. Martin Marinette. I don't know. I use a digital pen and a tablet. It's a bamboo tablet. I got this one from a friend who it couldn't get it to work on their computer anymore, but I just got some really old drivers and I made it work. And I just bought a backup one because this one stopped working for a day. It started back up, but it really scared me. And sometimes I have like jobs I have to do, and so I bought a backup. And the backup was on eBay and it was like 30 bucks. And I was like, oh, this is great. So, okay, there we are. There we go. I'm liking this Mario guy. Tell me, do you have a brother? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so far nothing. I don't have enough subscribers to even try, so I don't know how much it makes either. But I've seen other creators talk about it. It seems like it really depends on what your niche is, and like there's a couple of different factors. Let's have him be shrugging. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, Mario wears overalls. So uh we just did overalls and now he definitely like I know he wears overalls. I don't know. This arm's way too long. You're like, Mario, where's the princess? And he's like, I don't know. I bet you there's a big M on his overalls too. And then Mario is stout AF. Yeah, that's why he's so stout. He definitely wears boots. His boots are like, if I had to guess, oh man, are they black? They might be black. Oop. I was gonna say his boots are dark red, but I think they might be, I don't know. I shouldn't try to guess. I mean, I'm gonna have to try to guess in a minute anyway, but thumbs up. Thumbs up Mario. Mario for president. He's like he's like, who's got two thumbs and unclogs all the pipes in the Toad Kingdom? It's a me, Mario. All right, this is not bad. I think this arm is too long. I'm just gonna do this. Not too long now. Same with this one. Hey, it disappeared. Okay. Same with this one, but yeah, exactly the same. Maybe this one also has too long there. All right, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the inking now. Well, you know, what would be inking if I was using physical media, and here is just me going over it with a nice dark. Just didn't work. Oh, you're okay. Thanks for being here. Why is this not working? I have everything. It's not frozen. The pen is black. I've chosen a color. It's a decent size. This is working. If I click, you know, what if I use a like the mouse? Okay, it doesn't work there either. Hmm. I wonder what is happening. Okay. Weird. Let's try a totally new layer, a totally different pen. All right. I am going to restart Photoshop because it is being weird. Live drawing. We'll call it, I don't know, Mario Chucky something. I've not had to do this. Actually, I did think I had to do this once before. Oh, nice. Yeah, drawing in a new style can be so hard. Oh, tell me more. Eye strain art. Is it like kind of like glitch art where it's, well, you tell me, you tell me. Come on, Photoshop. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, that could be fun. Oh, nice. Bright and saturated. That's really good. Like, yeah, I could see that being really fun. Okay, here we go. Come back to me, Photoshop. Is it back? Not really. What the heck? Okay. Transform. Center horizontally. All right. Looks back to me. You funny. Yeah, it's like centered weird. Let me make it. Okay, I'm just gonna make it a decent size. Oh yeah, yeah, he does. And then we will center it horizontally again. And there we go. We're back. And does it work? Okay, and the pen works. So that's great. Yeah, this isn't Mario. This is like somebody who dressed up at Mario. Dressed up as Mario for your family barbecue. He like instead of dressing up for set as Santa, he dressed up as Mario. That would be that would be great. Like, but you tell everybody you're gonna dress up as Santa. Oh yeah, yeah. He's actually just a cosplayer. And so then any mistake I make is actually just the best this cosplayer could do. He just learned how to sew to make this costume. So don't be mean. Okay, it's not a terrible hand, I said, and as I was messing it up. Eh, it's not great, but it's fine. Oh, nice. Uh, yeah, that's great. I haven't sewed. I sewed like a couple of things a long time ago, but I've been trying to learn a little bit. My wife sews, so she makes lots of cool stuff. I didn't do any fingers on this one. I'm just gonna knot, I think. What was it, if you don't mind me asking? Was it yeah, was it like a toy or something like that? You don't have to answer. I'm just curious. Oh, yes, this is a doorknob hand for sure. Oh, nice. That's a specific character? Sock Cat sounds awesome. Do you think Mario, what is his t-shirt? Is it just a t-shirt? Does he have a button-down shirt? I'm giving him a button-down shirt. I don't know why. Like a Henley, not like a polo or a dress shirt. Like a like a real workman's button-down. Oh, okay, okay, awesome. That's really great. That sounds so fun. It I well, Mario was too curvy. I definitely want to try that. There we go. I learned if you're going to draw people really far away. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I could, especially because he comes from like really, really small pixel art. I could see him being, whoops, rendered in all sorts of ways, especially in like early media. I was looking at the art from the instruction booklet. I think it was from Super Mario Brothers 3, and it's all these beautiful watercolors. And I don't know. That's true. That's true. I'll forgive me. I'll add in some more curve for Mario. How dare I? Some pockets. I don't think he has the same pocket as like Chucky. Yeah, I have um, colored inks, which work a lot like watercolor. I do have some watercolor, but I don't do it enough. I um, I think I'm afraid to mess up the paper. It's like kind of expensive. Arcane. This is the this is the Netflix cartoon about that's based on League of Legends. Is that true? I've been meaning to watch it, but I have not. I have not watched it yet. I haven't been watching a lot of any TV. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've heard it's so good. I've heard a lot of people have recommended it to me. Um, they know I'm a fan of good cartoon, good art, so it does not surprise me. I'm excited to see it. I just haven't had a chance. Oh, the story is yeah. Sometimes that's good. I like a good cartoon that does isn't afraid to deal with serious topics. I think in some ways, like a cartoon makes it feel safer because it's not real, right? Like it's very obviously not real. But because of that, you can like become more attached. For me, I can better suspend my suspension of oh yeah, okay, I'll watch it. My what is it? Suspension of disbelief. I'm I have more suspension of disbelief with a cartoon sometimes than I do with real people. I don't know. At some point I was like when I see real people, I'm like, "Oh, they're acting and there's like a camera there and somebody just yelled action." But with cartoons, I'm just like, "Whoa, that bunny's gonna get caught. Run, bunny, run." Okay. Hey, it's me, Uncle Mario. Give him a little double chin. Uncle Mario. This is not bad. Let's hide the sketch. Okay, gotta get something there. This we'll do that. Okay, I'm liking that. We'll get some neck in here. Oh, missed this line. It's okay. Get some buttons. Yeah, is that Watership Down? I watched that as a kid in school, but I have not seen it since. Another one that I'm meaning to rewatch. I have a couple movies that I'm trying to rewatch and a couple that I'm trying to watch brand new, but I haven't. There's some like Miyazaki films or some Ghibli films I haven't seen yet, which is like I can't. If you told me this as a younger person, I would not believe you that I could and had not yet watched some Ghibli films because I'm such a big fan. But I've just been so it feels like I need so much time to there we go to watch a movie. This is I think this is pretty good. Let's get some color in. Oh, you watched it recently. Oh man. Yeah, it's I hear it's my memory of it is it's very sad. Oh man, I don't think I've seen this one. Like I don't know when all of a sudden I hadn't seen a bunch of well, that's not true. There was older ones that I had totally missed. Um, I'm gonna write that down though. What is it? Well, no, I almost wrote down just Notepad. The Wind One that I watch, I mean, Kiki's Delivery Service, I watch that pretty frequently. Um, my wife and my niece really like that movie. Oh, oh, cool. I will watch. I think I might really watch it tonight. I do have some free time. I don't think I'm doing anything yet. I think Mario's hair is more, let me make my pen eraser, more like rich. Like I don't think it's this dark. That's I guess what I'm trying to say. But we'll just adjust it. Lighten it up. Too light. Uh, somewhere in there. Let's make it a little redder, a little more saturated, and a little lighter again. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Isn't I just saw his nose. For some reason, it just like I don't know. It just made me laugh so much. Mm-hmm. Man, I wonder. I switched some settings because I was having some trouble with the streaming where it wasn't like the stream kept compressing and it would get like really, really far behind. But I wonder if that's like contributing to it Photoshop freezing. It's not that bad, but I'll have to try to balance it. Yeah, I think you're right. Hazel with bright highlights is probably. I'm gonna put the pen down. This is all stuff I did a long time ago. Okay, I think I'm back. I'm not. It's still frozen. This is funny. Not funny, but are you gonna let me do it? Okay. Oh, it got on my. Hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. There we go. I don't think so. I mean, I have lots of stuff like games and art and stuff saved, but the working folder for Photoshop should be pretty, not folder, drive. And and I have a ton of RAM because Photoshop used to give me so much problems. And then I just bought a bunch of RAM. I treated myself on some like Black Friday deal. It wasn't Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I guess. Eh, I'm not going to mess with the nose anymore. It's fine. I don't think it's the tablet because the tablet is still very responsive when this happens and Photoshop just stops working. Oh, you know what? I can pull up. Let me pull up Task Manager and see. Hmm. All of my stuff seems pretty low usage. I'm actually pretty surprised by that. Hmm. God, that makes me so curious because I assumed something was doing it, but my CPU's at 30, my memory's at 30, network's at like 1%, GPU's at 30. Hmm. Mario, don't eat me. Okay, this is not bad. Not bad, Mario. I think I'm just gonna have to go with the nose looking a little wonky, in my opinion. We're going to switch to red and color some hats. Huh. I wonder, I'm like trying to remember what red Mario's red is. I think it has to be redder than that. I think it's this. This is fine. Oh, why am I doing this? Here we go. There we are. You can have it so the pressure changes how thick the pen goes, so you can get like really tiny. And I try to always do that for coloring, so like you can get into the nooks and crannies without having to switch brush sizes. But I used to do all of this with a mouse, and sometimes I still have mouse habits where you just like did it and then you came back like here, like instead of trying to make it small to go into that corner, you just go into that corner and then you just come back with an eraser and erase it. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, we can brighten that up. Oh, wait, his overalls are not red. His shirt and his hat and his are red. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll just do it now. We'll do that. We'll lighten it up a little. Right there, I think. Oh, somewhere in there. Whoops. Grab that. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking his overalls are red, but that can't be right. Um, his overalls turn white when he gets the fire flower. I know that's true. Or no is a strong word. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, it doesn't look right, but I think I'm gonna go with it. That's a dumb drawing of it. So maybe I'll clean up the drawing and it'll be more believable. Bum, 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 bum. I have, like when you have like TikTok songs or short songs stuck in your head, and it's like it's really terrible because you don't even know the whole song. You just know like 30 seconds of it anyway. That's the worst. You know what? I think on this one I can just use this. Nope, can't. Okay, let's try now. Yep, could do it. Okay, nice. And just kind of get rid of the edges. All right, could have been doing that the whole time. That's not necessarily true. And then I think it's a pretty dark blue for the overalls. Oh man, that can be hard. What's the language? Oh, do you know the language even? Come on. Where's he escaping? Right here? Yeah. sucks. It's it it is terrible when that happens. Nice. Let's hmm. Yeah, do you play any instruments? That could be. I remember I played guitar for a while, and I remember I was trying to remember something, and I learned like what I thought it sounded like on guitar. And for like years, I would ask people if they knew this song, and then I would play them the thing. And I can't, I think I didn't, that's not how I found the song. I think it was just playing in a coffee shop, and I was like, what song is this? Ironically, I cannot remember what the song was right now. I just remember the experiences. Mm. Yeah, I think that's true with a lot of instruments. Like your whole body has to readjust to like what normal feels like. Okay. Wait, is it there's like a weird, no, I'm so confused. See like this weird outline there? Oh no, I don't know why. Oh, this is on darken. It should be on multiply. Still, like, hmm. Hey, Going Bananas. So I am drawing cartoons from memory. This is my last one for the night. Uh, I have aphantasia, which means I have no visual imagination or visual memory. I can't imagine something in my head. And so I I just remember things in other ways, right? And normally it's no problem. But for things like cartoon characters or people's faces or anything like that, it can cause some trouble. And so I'm an illustrator. I illustrate regularly. I do if I work from a reference or in other normal ways, I have no problem drawing things. But from my memory, I have all the problems. And so I'm drawing cartoon characters from memory. I have a wheel. Let me see where the wheel is. I have the wheel. I spin the wheel and then I draw one. The wheel's getting smaller. I think I've drawn probably 20 now. If you have suggestions, I put suggestions, anyone's suggestions on the wheel, and then I go back and I look up the cartoon characters to make sure I know who they are. And then next time, when if they come up, I'm able to at least give a try. Um, I can show you, today we did Chucky, which was probably my favorite. And we did, well, I'll show you. We'll take a slight break from coloring in Mario. He's almost done anyway. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, I'll put some characters from Arcane for sure. If I watch a cartoon, I'll try to put them on there. All right, yeah, so this was Chucky. I did all right. And then this was the first one, Pinky. Less good, but still okay. And the first one is Beerus. Oh, it's not showing up. Maybe when Photoshop crashed, it stopped working. So we're doing like funny Uncle Mario because Mario, there's not like a specific um, like pose. I guess I probably could have done like old school Mario jumping or something. Oh, the Great Mouse Detective. Yeah, from It's like a from the rescuers, or is it called The Great Mouse Detective? I wonder if Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service is on there. I wonder if I did her already. I don't think I did. Okay, yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. I've definitely heard of it. I can like I know the Great Detective, Sherlock Holmes is like a Sherlock Holmes reference. So I'm imagining there's a mouse smoking a pipe, wearing a Sherlock Holmes hat, a deerstalker, and like that to me feels like a Disney movie that exists, but I don't remember. I don't think I've ever seen it. It's me, Uncle Mario. He is. All right. And Uncle Mario was born. That's pretty good. Oh. And then she makes friends with the mouse and asks the mouse to find her father. Let's look up Mario. Oh, that's great. I I can imagine that I look like a Disney father. That's pretty good. All right. I chose to look up Mario. Oh, gloves. I totally forgot the gloves. And his overalls are red. That's crazy. You can see this, right? Yeah. Man, I I would have never thought his overalls were red. Okay, very small. What the? Okay, that's fine. Man. Okay, I think because it's just some coloring changes, let's give it some work. This was Mario. I'm shook. His overalls are red. No M. You were right. Let's get rid of the M. Let's get some. We'll get the blue all over. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. His overalls are friggin' red. All right, well, we can do this. We'll change the overalls to red. Not bad. Christmas Mario. Where's the red? Here. Oh, there it is. Come on, nice and bright red. There we go. Yeah, right there. Give me some red Mario overalls. Okay, his hat is red, but his shirt is blue, so we can do that too. We'll get just the shirt, change that to blue, dark blue. Let's darken it up. Not there, I guess, someplace else. There we go. Nice dark blue. Okay. His hat is all red. I was really surprised by that. We just need to brighten this up. It doesn't quite match. There, that looks great. All right. Not terrible, not terrible. Yes, and the gloves. I also mentioned the gloves. I couldn't believe it. I forgot them. I couldn't believe I forgot them. But that's an easy fix. There. I mean, I could probably make them like bigger and glovier, but yeah, let's do it. Let's make his gloves bigger and glovier. Whoops. All right. Come on, Mario. Be a sport. Give me some black. Okay. So I'll do like the what's it called? Let me look at his clothes again. Yeah, that part. Just classic, like um, Bugs Bunny, or does he have 3 fingers? No, he still has the normal. He's not like a Simpson. He has the normal amount of fingers. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. That's not bad. That's not great. That's not bad. Yeah, I think I usually draw. So if I'm drawing something, if I'm illustrating something for a client or for myself to make prints or whatever, I will draw in pencil on paper. Um, I do streams of that also, but just not lately. Um, like the flamingo and all that, I drew all of that in um, on paper and then brought it into Photoshop to color it. And I don't even always color in Photoshop. I have another app. It's um, I'm drawing a blank. That has really good. Here it is. Here it is. It's called Corel Painter, and that has really good like watercolor simulations and stuff like that, where it like simulates water and brushes and paper. But for years and years and years, all I had was Photoshop, and I've been using Photoshop for uh, oh my gosh, um, 25 years. So I'm very familiar with it. It's very easy for me to use, and uh, oh, whoops, oh well, and like a lot of these brushes that I'm using, I have made myself. Um, Although I guess nothing from well, the black pen, this guy, it's not like a huge thing. It's just like getting in there and making it just right. But uh, made that one. The big ones that I made that I really enjoy are these flat pencils that I use for coloring usually. I think you can get a lot of stuff out of this. Um, there's another pencil that I use for coloring that I really love. Oh, here it is. I love this one. Usually it's here, a little bit lighter. And come in and get that. You can really get some beautiful effects with this brush. Yeah, so basically I knew Photoshop for a very long time. Uh, so I'm very comfortable in Photoshop, and I do have Corel Painter, which I have used to do coloring and stuff, but also I've put a lot of work into learning Photoshop, and not only that, but I know I've created some brushes and stuff. Let me colorize this guy. So I think long and short is I'm just most comfortable in Photoshop. Uh, I can't believe his shoes are brown, but they are. There we go. All right. Oh, wow, look. He has blue eyes. I can do that. I left space for color on this guy. Sorry. Yeah, good blues. All right, not terrible, not the best, not the worst. Only took a couple of little corrections to make it, I think, feel very much like Mario. Um, I think my favorite by far today, I mean, this is fun, this Mario, but my favorite by far today was Chucky. I, if I drew this without basing it on a character, like, that would be so great. Um, really fun. This is another one we could do the color change to make it really fit, but I don't think it's necessary. The only thing I would really change is his glasses. Is that them? Nope, that's his freckles. There we go. So here, I'll do that. Yeah, he's the closest too. That is true. Yeah, it looks good with the. We should also untie one of his shoes. I think he always has an untied shoe. I was thinking about doing that when I was drawing him, and then I just didn't. I like forgot, or I was like, it's not really worth it. But that looks good. All right, thank you so much for being here. It was great having you. It's always fun to do this. I'm going to be back doing it again next week. Um, let's say Sunday. Right? I can do that. Yeah. And I'll be making. I have some shorts that are coming out that I'm really proud of. Uh, I'm probably coming out Wednesday and Friday. But yeah, thanks. Hopefully, come see me again. Subscribe if you subscribe. Like if you like. People who are already subscribed, thank you so much. It's awesome. And I'll see you next time. Bye.